Hi, this is James from Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we're going to go over the 2 to 4 player game Wizzard Relics by Eternal Realms. So let's go ahead down the table. I'm going to give you a general overview of the game. We'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, to start out a game of Wizards and Relics, what you're first going to do is you're going to separate all the cards out into 6 different piles. You're going to have 3 different piles of Wizards and 3 different piles of Relics. These are going to be separated into rarity. And you're going to notice here that the ones with the circles, those are common. The ones with the triangles on the bottom, see the ones so you can see that. The ones with triangles on the bottom are superb, and the ones with the stars on the bottom are glorious, which are the most rare. So once you separate these all out, you're going to take and make your decks, and each deck is going to have 6 common cards, relic, and 6 wizard cards. You're going to have 6 superb relics and 6 superb wizards, and then you're going to have 3 glorious wizards and 3 glorious relics. You're going to take those decks, which are randomized but balanced by rarity, shuffle them up and give them to each player. Now each player is also going to get one of these reference sheets and the reference sheets here are going to show through the different phases of the game, and on the back side are going to show the different colors that are in the game for wizards. Now what this means is that these are showing the bonuses that the different color wizards get against the other colors. So red gains 1 bonus point against green, green gains a point against blue, and blue gains a point against red. So this is a good reminder of what happens with that. And to start out the game, each player is going to draw 7 cards. So you draw 7 cards. And in your card hand, you're going to have some relics. Whoa, I have a lot of relics. And some wizards. Now, the game allows for what's called a partial mulligan. And what that really means is that maybe, let's say I want to get rid of these 2 here. I can put them, discard them, and I can draw 2 new cards. And I can do that. Well, I got a lot of relics. It'll bring up another cool point in a second. So you can do that partial mulligan, and to start off the game, what you're going to do is you're going to follow this sheet, and you're going to flip over a shrine. So the first thing you notice is you're going to reveal the shrine. Now the shrines you're going to do that each round, and the shrines add an area effect to the game that occurs. So reveal cards from your deck until you reveal a relic and draw that relic. So that's the green wizard's ability. The blue wizard gets a +1. So this relic helps green and blue wizards. So looking at my hand, I have a green wizard. I may want to play that right now. Now there's 2 different types of wizards. There's going to be your normal wizard without any abilities, and then there's going to be your enlightened wizards that have extra ability. These ones that are super wizardy. So this one, the Voice of the Forest, when I play him, -1 per card in your hand. So he is an 8 power, but I don't want to have a lot of cards in my hand, or none, if possible. Or this enlightened wizard that says each of your rival relics are ignored, which is pretty powerful. So those, you only have 3 of them, so you want to make sure that you use those guys appropriately. So if I look at my opponent's cards, what we're going to do next is each player is going to play a face down relic and wizard. So he's looking at these. We'll notice that the blue gets a bonus. So he might be like, well, I'll go ahead and use my blue wizard. And notice that relics also, superb relics also have bonuses on them because there's normal and these epic relics. And this one here says +4 if any rival is blue. Well, the bonus is for blue and green, and the blue gets a +1, so that might actually happen. So maybe I'm going to try these 2 guys. So I'm going to flip them up, down, and then I'm going to pick one. Not knowing what they picked, I'm going to go ahead and pick this wizard, green wizard, because I'm going to get a bonus. And then I'm going to say my wizard wasn't all that powerful. The wizard's not devoted. let's go ahead and say, you know what? I'm going to get an extra relic here. I'm probably going to use this one, so I'm going to lose this one. I'm going to play the blank scroll. So hopefully my opponent played some pretty good cards and it'll go to the Hall of Immortality and I will not have to worry about it. So, oh, and that brings up the point. So based on player count, you're going to have different win goals. And basically what you're trying to do is get a number of wizards to the Hall of Immortality, which is just, you have so many wins in the game. So for a 2-player game, you're going to have 5 wizards. In 3-player games, you're going to have 4, and 4-player games, you're going to have 3 wizards. And this is a 2-player game, so you'd have to have 5 wins. So 5 wizards in there. And what we're going to do now is we're going to reveal the wizard first. Oh, I forgot where. So here's my wizard, and that's the opponent's wizard. So the wizards get revealed first, and nothing happens because none of their abilities fire. And we can look at the shrine there and apply those bonuses. So you're supposed to do this at the end of combat, but it doesn't matter so much. But we're going to do that one, and then we can look at the chart here. And green gets a bonus against blue. So we're going to get a +1 on here too. So they pretty much nullify each other out. But then we're also going to then flip over these relics. And this relic's not going to get a bonus because I'm not a blue wizard. But this card is also super awesome in like a 4-player game. We have a higher probability of that happening. Plus, because they looked at the shrine, there was a good probability that it'd play a blue one. Okay, so now I get to reveal cards from my deck until I draw a relic. Of course, the first one's a relic, so put it in my hand. And now we're going to resolve combat. And what we're going to do is just add up these numbers and any modifiers. So right now I have 4. And my opponent has 4. And what happens really cool with this is that now that we're tied, we duel again. And in the duel, the last wizards to win will actually be the wizard to go into the Hall of Immortality. So let's look at this one. Now, let's say I didn't have this wizard at all. He's gone. And all I had was this. I can actually discard my hand now because I can show I don't have any wizards or I don't have any relics, and then I can draw up to 7 cards minus the number of wizards that I've already have in the Hall of Immortality. I don't have any, so come in here. I'm like, okay, this is great. So again, green and blue get bonuses on here, and oh, this one would have been really good before, so maybe I'll hold on to him for a little bit. This guy would have been good later. And blue's good too. I'm going to try this. And let's go ahead and try to crush my opponent. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. These 2. My opponent's going to pick 2 cards. Oops, that's the entire deck. My opponent's also going to pick 2 cards. 1 wizard, 1 relic. And he's like, oh shoot, I don't get any bonuses. And, oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and see if we're going to blue wizard again. And then we'll go ahead and, I don't know if I want to lose the epic, but we'll go ahead and lose this one. So I'll have a red wizard, and I'll have this relic here. Actually, if I'm going to lose it, I'm just going to do the wizard hat in this. So I'm going to flip these. Okay, then we're going to reveal our wizards, and again, I didn't put them in the right order, so I don't remember which one it is. And this one's going to get a +1 bonus, so +1 bonus. Then we're going to look at our chart here, and blue gets a bonus against red, so they're going to get a +1 bonus on there. Then we're going to flip our relics, and I have to discard 2 cards at random, so I'll just go like that. And lose 2 cards, which are the 2 nice wizards, oh well. And then we're going to add up combat. I have 8, and my opponent has 3. And So I win. So my wizard's going to go off to wherever I want to put my stack for the Hall of Immortality on my side. So I get 1 win. And I can pick. I can pick to either take the opponent's relic, which I don't want, or draw 1 card, which I will do. So I draw a card. Now, all the losers in a multiplayer game, there might be, there'll be more. They get to draw 2 cards, so my opponent gets to draw 2 cards. And we're going to go ahead and continue this until one player gains 5 wizards in a 2-player game in the Hall of Immortality. So let's go ahead back up to the table here, and I'm going to give you my final thoughts on Wizards and Relics. So yeah, Wizards and Relics is a really good game. I like it a lot. There's a lot in the game where you're going to have random cards, but because you have the same sets of rarities in the cards, it's pretty well balanced. You don't know exactly what you're going to draw, but you know what rarities you're going to have in there. So you're going to use that in the game to deploy a strategy where you're going to determine when you're going to use some of these superb cards, the glorious cards, and when you're going to throw out your commons on there. And then you're going to take a look at your colors, and you're going to determine like when you should be seeing things, because based on the shrine, so you might throw it out and get a negative modifier. You're accessing the bonus modifier to your opponent because of the shrine. So you may want to bring out one of your more powerful wizards, but there's a lot to this little game. So if you're looking for a fun, easy to teach card combat game that plays in a short amount of time, Wizards and Relics is probably the game for you. Thank you for watching.